Hi there, and welcome to another video on the Deadeye Delboy YouTube channel. If it's the first time you've been here, then thanks for tuning in. If you are a returning watcher, then thanks very much for the continued support. As you can see, this was a race from this week's Daily Race B at Red Bull Ring, which was a challenging track in Group 3. I certainly found it challenging. I've struggled all week on it. I don't know why this track provides such a challenge for me. Other people seem to be able to just absolutely smash it. I'm not one of those, unfortunately. But this was a race that I did. It was kind of late last night, and it proved to be quite well. There was some action in it that I thought was worthy of making a little video about, and I'd love to know what you think about it. So as you can see, we have started in pole position, and we are quickly being closed down by the Spaniard in P2. He is right on our tail, as you can see from the radar, and I'm going a little bit defensive, but he's going to try and hang it round the outside, which he does pretty well. He runs a little bit wide, but on that side of the track you do get better traction, better grip, and he manages to keep his nose in front. We are pulling it back on the inside here, so it'll just be a case of how deep we can go, and we're late in the brakes, but he's even later on the brakes, and to be fair, he pulls off a really nice manoeuvre around the outside, and the traction isn't great on that part either, so he does really well. So like I said, my race pace wasn't great. I'd done a decent quality time of 1:28.9, but yeah, I just wasn't able to produce it consistently in the actual races themselves. But as you can see, the Spaniard is now absolutely gunning ahead. He is breaking away. He's already threatening to get out of the slipstream. So that's something we were obviously mindful of, especially on this long straight heading up to T1. Again, that last corner, I was struggling all week on that, and as you can see, I did again and gave P3 in the Porsche a run up the inside, so I wasn't going to try anything crazy there. He cut the corner, so yeah, I thought he's going to get a penalty, and he did. One of the key things about this race also was I was trying to repair my SR after having a battering during the week, so I was trying to get it back up to 99 for the new week ahead races, because I think there's some decent races here and I would like to race in top split in them if I can. So the DRSR has taken a bit of a battering, so I'm trying to keep things absolutely spotlessly clean during this race, get that SR back. The penalty served, and I've got a good run down the outside, so I'm happy with that. But here we go. This is a tricky corner, but watch the radar. Yeah, that's me just getting absolutely pushed out of the way, and off he drives. I was absolutely livid with that manoeuvre. I mean, I can't comprehend how angry I was at the time that happened, because there was just no need for it. And we'd had a race previously, and it was a very clean race. I actually won the race, and he finished second, GRM Racing. And it was a good clean race. We said thanks, congratulations, all that stuff in the lobby afterwards, and I was absolutely shocked when he just absolutely sent it and shoved me out the way. And the annoying thing is, the penalty system should give you a penalty in that if you're doing that, but it didn't get any repercussion for it. And because of that, we also lost another place as the pole goes through as well, and we find ourselves down in P4 now, and my racing for the next lap and a bit was very ragged, because I was just, one of those races where you then think to yourself, you can't concentrate because you feel as if, why did that just happen? So that was it. So it takes us a little bit to get our composure back in this race, and it's obviously a 5-lap race, Daily Race B, so there's not a lot of time. It's quite a short lap as well, and we've well and truly lost slipstream now, 1.6 seconds into the pole. We're clear in 4th place, so we've not got any pressure from behind, and it wasn't a highest rated lobby, so I was confident that I would finish well up it, but it's disappointing at this point that we're so far back from the top 3 through what I think was no fault of mine. But we're going to get our head down. We'll try and put in a decent lap, and we'll try and make up some time. As you can see, we're 1.4 seconds behind now, and we can see some flashing red ahead, which signifies a penalty. Must have been for corner cutting, so that's going to help us a little bit. We managed to take the last corner pretty well, and I don't know how everybody else was taking it, but that last corner in this first T1, it was a lottery every time for me. Sometimes I would take it really well, sometimes I would be abysmal on it, and I would just, the car would slide, I would go wide. It's just, yeah, I just don't enjoy this track for those two corners alone. But we're getting a run down here into the hairpin, and on the brakes, bring it down first gear, hit the apex pretty well, and accelerate out. You've always got to watch that you don't spin out of that section as well. As you can see, the pole up ahead serving his penalty. That's bringing us back down into possibly slipstream range. Can we get into point 8? Not quite at this point, but we are not too far out of it now. So a couple of good corners, and that could see us threatening to get back up to the podium places. As you can see, we've got a good run out of the corner and getting it into the curb, and that just helps rotate the car round. And the slipstream's coming back to us, and yep, we're now back into the slipstream. So we're working hard. We've got a chance now of salvaging something from this race. Still feeling aggrieved from the absolute send on us, but we get a good run out of the final corner, and we're now 0.5 behind and heading up the straight. We're well and truly in the slipstream. We managed to do a half decent lap of 129.8, and here we go. But massive F coming right now, and this is why I hate this corner. Just when you think it's safe to put your foot down, you just send yourself into absolute oblivion. So yeah, there I was, absolutely yeeting myself and giving up places left, right and centre. So heading down into the hairpin now, in 8th place. We've got another car coming round outside of us, Sunshine on Leith. I'm assuming he's going to be from the Hibs side of Edinburgh. And yeah, final lap, it happens, so you just know you're not going to have any time to come back. It was just, it was soul destroying. But the interesting thing about this is, if you've watched this far, I would encourage you to watch to the end of the video, because the chat in the lobby afterwards is particularly interesting, and you'll see why. So we are just looking to finish the race off now and get out, because at this point I actually just want to ask the guy in P2 what that was all about. I just didn't understand why he absolutely sent me and shoved me out the way and didn't give the position back, because that's what I would have done if I had committed that kind of act, especially at the beginning of a race when there's still a lot of racing to be done. But over the line we go, 9th place, disappointing. We kept our SR clean though, so that was good. So we did get our SR back up to 99 after this race, which was the main purpose of it. Although my DR took a hit down to 43,000 odds, so that's not great. But anyway, these things happen. So we'll pop into the lobby now and we'll have a little chat. We'll ask what was going on, really, to be honest with you, because like I said, it just wasn't what I was expecting, having had a previously good clean race. So on to the chat we go. We'll ask the question. But right away, he's in early with the "I'm sorry," and I retort with the "Yeah, you can see me typing. I'm surprised at that. I thought you were a clean racer." So we'll go with that and see what he has to say back. He's back on the chat again and typing away. Real Sawsman. So he's clearly very sorry. He's said it now twice. So that begs the question, why not give the position back? As you can see, typing along. I'd also just like to mention, you'll see at the top of the video, I've got my YouTube subs goal box. I forgot to actually take that off Streamlabs before recording the video, so, but yeah, it's there anyway, so you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to 250 subs. I'm currently at 120 now, I think. So if you've not subbed, then that would be much appreciated. I've got my new laptop, mic, etc. So I'm hopefully getting better with the streams and the recording of videos and stuff. So hopefully a bit better sounding, a bit more professional, all that kind of stuff. Every little helps. I mean, like I said, I appreciate every single sub I get. So what has he said now? He said, I was going to let you past, but I see you bin it. Now, I binned it on lap 5. Already had a reply typed out there saying, no worries, it'll give me some good content for a YouTube video. But then I see this comment saying, I was going to let you pass, but I see you bin it. So I'm thinking, binned it? No, I never. I gave it one more place, but I didn't bin it until the last lap. I actually wrote lap 4, but looking back, it was actually lap 5 I binned it. So I'll let him know that. And that gathers another response from him. Like I said, I'm getting my next response ready because the lobby time's running out. I want much more time to actually chat anything to him. So I'll just say, but whatever, I'll give me good content for a YouTube video. Don't know what a YouTube video is, but anyway. So yeah, I just let him know that's, at least he gave me some good content for a race, but he's still typing away, so we'll see what he's got to say. We've got a few seconds of the lobby remaining. He's typing. But yeah, he says, yo, I was going to let you past at the end. That's what he said there. If you pause it, you'll see. He said, I was going to let you past at the end, which I think is absolutely baffling. I'm just going to pop into the replay to check out what happened, because I thought to myself, what was it as blatantly obvious as I thought in terms of just ramming me? But for him to come out and say, I was going to let you past at the end, I've never known anything like that. Is that what you do in a race? You knock somebody out of the way, take the position, and then wait until the last lap to see if they're still involved in the race in any sort of way, and then let them past? Or if it's at the start of a race and you do that, do you not just immediately let them pass so they can continue their race ahead of you in the first place, as opposed to some sort of act of good manners by getting to the end of the race and stopping just before the checkered flag and waiting for your, whoever it was. I mean, by his logic, if he was to wait to the end of the race, I mean, I could have had another couple of cars in front of me and he would have been letting 2 or 3 other people pass before letting me pass. But because I'd binned it, he was like, oh, I'm not letting you pass now. Because I have far too many cars to let past. But yeah, it was just baffling to me. It's just not what I would have done. Maybe he thought, well, that's what he does. Wasn't worth letting me past at the time. Who knows? But we'll see from the replay here what happens. Like I say, this is first lap. We go down. This corner, I'll be honest with you, this corner was difficult. This is in the first lap, so we can see we're all very clean through there, the 3 of us. That's fine. And then I get a bad run. As you can see, go back here, I get a bad run. I go wide. I'm just desperately trying not to get a track limit penalty there, so I've lost all my speed. He goes gunning up the inside, picks up a half a second penalty, so I could have sent it into the hairpin, but I didn't because I thought he's got a half second penalty. I'm going to get the position anyway. I hate it when people send it when they've got a penalty, because you're like, well, you're just going to take me out or whatever for the sake of nothing, because you're going to give me the position anyway. So as you can see, I go flying past on the outside. I'm absolutely not expecting him to send it, but off he goes, and he just keeps shoving me out of the way, and off he drives. Yeah, make of that what you will, but that was, at the end of the day, how it panned out. So let me know if you agree with what you've seen there. If you don't, then let me know in the comments. But appreciate everybody who's subbed so far and everybody who's watched the videos. I'll continue to make them and hopefully get better quality as we go. But thanks once again for watching. Over and out.